What up, everybody? I'm Bills. That's ACG. This is the SkyBox podcast, bringing you nothing but the best from this last week in sports and entertainment. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe there. If you're checking out the podcast from Apple or Google or Spotify or any of the different places that we're on, don't forget to subscribe. By doing this, that just makes sure that you're first in line to hear and check out what happened over the course of the week. So with that being said, let's jump into this last week. ACG.
Yeah.
The first one that we have was a pretty crazy thing, especially given what the last turn of events was. We got LaMarcus Aldridge retiring.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, that was crazy. I feel bad for him too. But so I guess he had an irregular heartbeat. And I guess they said he's been dealing with this since his whole career.
Damn.
Since he got into the league, yeah. So but then the last game he said I guess they finally caught up to him and he had a kind of like a scare there where it was pumping too fast. So I think he's making the right decision though to kind of just back up and just spend more time with his family. But that was sad though, because his last game he was getting buckets with the Nets. He looked good.
Yeah,
good, but yeah, that's sad.
To me, I was surprised too, because I'm like, dude has the game, probably the best game he had in like the last 5 years.
Yeah,
like he's out there getting buckets and not knowing during the time that he's like balling out of control, he's also like having like a serious medical situation.
Yeah.
Like damn, like that should be like his flu game, you know?
Yeah.
But
yeah, he was in Portland too. He used to get buckets in Portland.
Yeah.
The game. That was a good duo. But yeah,
it's too bad that he couldn't stay part of that situation. I guess Dame kind of came in and eclipsed him, so like he couldn't coexist in that type of setup with him being ball dominant down in the low post and slowing everything up. And then Dame kind of moving things faster. But if they were able to work it out, they would have been like serious.
Yeah, and then he went to the Spurs. The Spurs, they'll win, but there's not really going to be any superstars because of how unselfish Pop is. So
yeah. It was. I mean, to me, it was tough because it was almost like he was on his downward, like way out of the league, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that was left after that was for him to go to the Pistons and not play ever again.
Yeah, it's sad too because the game changed kind of right in his era because he about the mid range, kind of get into the the pop, the pick and roll, and then he'll pop hit like a 15-footer. But nowadays, it's mid range is a bad shot nowadays. People are either taking layups or they're shitting threes. So it kind of
it's like, hey, big man, we're not doing that anymore. You better get out there on the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Where's your logo threes?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but like you said, I think, especially if he's been dealing with this all his life, I think now is probably the time to, wrap it up. I read part of his open letters to the fans, and him saying that like now he put basketball over his family for so many years. Yeah. So now I definitely say like, treat, because if something bad happens, it's like he was not at the same stats that he was a superstar for. So it's like, you did this for pickup minutes.
Yeah, for what? Yeah.
And on a team that's probably not going to win. So
he had a good career. He had a good 15 career. He made a few All-Star appearances. I think he made All NBA second team a few times. So he had a decent career.
Yeah. It was funny. I saw a meme saying LaMarcus Aldridge Hall of Famer.
Nah.
It's like, whoa, don't, slow your roll. Don't get too ahead of yourself.
Yeah, nah. He all very good.
I mean, he'll probably show up to ceremonies, like Dame retires, he'll probably be there for them.
Oh yeah.
But, he ain't gonna be with on the other side of it.
Nah, man.
Man. All right. So next up, we got we're taking a look at the current. Oh man, we're taking a look at the current MVP race, aka who's gonna get injured next.
Yeah.
ACG, who you got up?
I'm afraid to name it. Lillard's gonna come back with a heart murmur.
How he has program now? What?
Yeah.
I thought we got rid of that.
I'm gonna go with the Joker first. Jokic. Just for record's sake. The Denver's been pretty dominant. And then I'm gonna go with Dame second, just because his team is in the 7th spot right now. And then third, I'm gonna go with I think Embiid's third right now.
Yeah,
so
I moved positions. So I had LeBron number 1. So I think LeBron falls to number 2 in my list, and Embiid goes number 1 again.
Okay.
So I think Embiid is really got this one. Third, man. So LeBron. Okay. So I got mine a little heavier weighted towards the East, but so LeBron second. Third, I got the Greek Freak.
Okay. Yeah, he's been doing his thing quietly though, and I haven't been noticing.
I mean, that's the thing about being in Milwaukee, especially. Like, you don't hear as much about it, but then you look back and you see, okay, they're getting busy.
Yeah.
So, but fingers crossed that we still get this. That those 6 individuals actually are still playing next week, and not, all simultaneously hit by cars.
Plane flies and it just bursts into flames.
Yeah. So, I think, barring any other, I don't know, I feel like this year there's been more injuries outside of the norm.
I feel like that too.
And I don't know if it's because dudes had a lot of time off. Well, I guess for the people, it's weird because half the NBA didn't really play for a year and a half, and the other half have been playing like pretty consistent, like they didn't get a break.
Yeah. I think that's the reason to why everyone's getting hurt.
Yeah. So, but yeah, hopefully, as we run into the playoffs, everybody can stay strong. Did you hear? I haven't checked it out, but did they say anything about going back to a bubble format for the playoffs?
I don't think they're going to be in the bubble. I think they're still going to be the play-in.
Okay.
The play-in, but about it.
Oh, okay. Because I think that probably would be a good move, just to keep the product pure, like just to make sure that dudes don't have random. Can you imagine if a situation like the All-Star game happens in the finals?
Yeah.
Where Simmons and Embiid go to the wrong place, like.
Yeah, man, it's game 7.
Game 7, and you want to get a haircut.
Tested out negative anyways, but you just couldn't make that game.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, so in my area, so I live in around Syracuse, New York, and for the state championship for the basketball, one of the coaches was saying like, "Yo, let's not even COVID test."
Oh wow!
Because they're like, "Yo, these kids bust their ass to get to this point.
Yeah,
let's not like throw it all away just because of the COVID test." And it's like that was it was an endearing thing to say, but it's also super reckless.
Yeah.
Screw your grandma.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah. So, I know at all costs.
Yeah.
Tommy won MVP. He didn't take it. But yeah, so it'll just be interesting to see how that actually plays out.
Yeah.
All right. So next up we have something that I thought was never ever going to happen, but from the pictures, I'm not sure if it's been confirmed. Is Drake going to the Drink Champs?
Yeah, Champagne Poppy has linked up with the regular Poppy, Nori.
AKA Poppy.
Yeah, AKA.
So I checked out because I'm a frequent fan of the Drink Champs podcast.
Yeah.
So I checked it out this week. This week was the tribute to X, DMX.
Yep.
So I'm just wondering how long they keep this in the stash. Is it something that they record and they put out, after like between a break, or like when do they actually deal this one out?
That's what I'm thinking about that too. I think it's relatively soon. I think it's gonna come out for let's look at a little rollout for Drake's album. That's why I think his album's coming pretty soon. But I can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah.
So talking about Drink Champs, what do you think the best interview they had so far, like that you could think of was?
They had some good ones. You know what was really good? They had two battle rappers on there. They had Murder Mook on there.
Okay.
And Lux, and that was a good one.
Really?
That was a good one, yeah. They got drunk as fuck. They just started going crazy.
Now, how about Nori? Because Nori sometimes gets like stupid drunk too.
He does, and he always cuts off his yeah. He always does that.
Yeah. I think to me, the craziest episode was the episode where they had Fab and Diddy.
Oh, Diddy? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
And they were talking about the time when Ray J went crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, Fab was talking about that.
Yeah.
Was that the one when he was wearing the same clothes in the club?
Yeah. Then Ray J went crazy, called up Breakfast Club, spazzed out.
Yeah.
I think on that same episode, Diddy was like kind of suspect and said something weird too.
Yeah, I think 50 addressed that too. Of course.
Yeah, of course.
But no, they I think the last one before X's tribute, they had Cam on there.
Yeah. I got into a little bit of it, but I didn't finish it.
Did you? You hear him talk about the story with him and his man's Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh.
I guess him and his man's saw him, and his homeboy was he called him Larry, and I guess Fishburne doesn't like when you call him Larry. He was like, "Come here, Larry," and he came over. And he's like, "Lawrence." Nah, your name's Larry. He was going crazy. I guess Lawrence Fishburne pulled out his ID, showed the dude like, "Nah, this is." And he was like, "I don't know what that says."
Imagine that dude beefing with Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, and I guess long story short, Cam was trying to calm him down, and Lawrence Fishburne wasn't hearing it. So then Cam was like, "All right, fuck you, Larry." Like he was like, "I'm not kissing." And then Lawrence Fishburne just walked away.
That is funny. That is good. No, the part that I got from it was when it talked about how Mace used to piss everybody off.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, yo, you told us to meet you here, and then you told us to meet you there. It's like, you still mad about that? Which I feel like everybody can relate to that one person who'd be like, man, that was 10 years ago. You'd be like, that happened this afternoon.
Right.
So, but yeah, I can't wait for Drake to hit it. I'm sure that it's going to be a legendary situation.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's taking this. You know, Drake. Usually his interviews are scripted. He knows exactly, what they're going to ask him, so he knows how to answer it correctly. But if Nori don't got no script.
I bet you this though. I bet you Drake doesn't drink or smoke.
I bet. Yeah, I think that too.
He's gonna stay on point. He's gonna make sure they don't direct Yeah,
I can see that.
So, all right. Next up, we have one of the kind of the more sad situations that happened to roll out in this NBA season. We have Jamal Murray tearing his ACL. ACG, what do you think that injury does for Denver, actually?
Yeah, I mean, I think their chance going all the way. They were slim to begin with because of all the talent, but I think that's out the water. I don't think they're going anywhere now. I think they'll still be a force in the playoffs because they still got some talent. They still got the Joker. They got Porter Jr. So they got some guys. They just got homeboy who got snubbed the dunk competition 500 times. Jordan.
yeah.
So they do have some talent. I think they'll still make some noise, but as far as getting to the top, which was slim anyway, I think that's over.
I agree with you because I think you need a guard or like a point. You need strong point guard play. And without having like an all-star in that position, it's gonna just make it really tough for them, especially with like all of the bulk of their talent are in the similar positions, like center forwards.
Yeah.
So I think it's not going to be able to like fully even out the game to make them real, force on one side as opposed to the other.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, I saw Otto Porter Jr. Not Otto Porter Jr. Michael Porter?
Michael Jr.
Yeah, I saw Michael Porter Jr. play in high school and in college, just kind of like one-on-one, pick-up scrimmage games.
Yeah.
Dude is a beast. Like, dude was a beast. So, like, I could see why they would pick, like, how someone would pick him.
Yeah.
If he could translate that into the NBA, like, he's had flashes. But like, if he could like fulfill that, like, dude is a problem.
Yeah, he is. He's getting buckets now. I mean, not nearly like he was because he's just getting used to the NBA game. But he's looking all right now. So we'll see. He's got a lot of upside on him.
For sure. But next year for the
yeah. I mean, this dude was giving you like 40 point games in the playoffs last year. So
yeah, like he was the main reason why they were like pushing stuff.
Yeah, that was tough loss.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see what happens. The West is just going to be crazy right now. Like,
yeah,
I'm excited, as a fan, especially since I don't have any specific team over there. Just watching, I'll watch all the games because I don't think there's one to sleep on.
No.
Like, even Phoenix is looking crazy. Phoenix unfortunately beat my Heat. But
Phoenix is the real deal right now.
yeah.
The Chris Paul.
The resurrection of Chris Paul. So, but yeah, it's going to definitely be interesting with one less team in contention.
I think that's the one player I want to see have a ring before he leaves. But I don't know if he will. Is Chris Paul.
It's funny enough, he's not chasing.
Nah, he's not, yeah.
So, but we'll get more on that in a second. All right. So everybody, this is the the end of the video segment for YouTube. So be sure to check out the Drink Champs podcast.
Make some noise.
Be sure to check out the SkyBox podcast to listen to the rest of the show. We're going to be talking about, basically breaking it down as far as the KDs, looking more at KD, talking about the Sixers and the Nets, the Inside the NBA documentary, as well as our weekly hot takes. So be sure to tune in. You can get to our podcast from Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or if you just check out skyboxpodcast.net, you can listen to it directly from there. So once again, thank you for checking out the podcast. Tell a friend to listen. Until next week, peace.
Peace.